Carter.
So Carter is back.
Yeah.
Does that mean that Sam is going back to Lehigh?
Sam is back.
Sam is back already?
Yeah.
Got it.
He was sent, I think he went yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
Yep.
Any lineup changes beyond that?
Not sure what the lineup's going to be.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's 6, 7. I don't know. Adder's playing for sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the lineup's going to be.
Will you be behind the bench tonight?
Yes.
Okay. With regards to kind of how that's gone, obviously last game Rocky was behind the bench. He had mentioned that after the second period, he had basically said in the room that he felt like some guys weren't fully engaged and that they weren't going to necessarily like their ice time if it didn't turn around in the third, and it did. He felt like the message received. But for you, I mean, does it make you excited when a coach who isn't his first time feels the confidence to make that, send that message in the room?
It is. I'm thrilled with the process that we're in this situation we're in, that we're able to give these guys the opportunity. And I think that's one of the most important things on it is when it's your bench to act like how you're going to run the bench. And I think it's difficult. It's a difficult spot because the players know who the coaching staff is, but I love and Shazi has his own personality too, and I think he did it also in a different way. I think that's important that they feel comfortable to do that. That's how they. I think that's how they get some of the experience. That's how they test themselves. I think this is a big part of that, is them trying to progress themselves on how they'd handle situations. So if I've expressed that to them right away, and I've said this in all their tape sessions throughout the year. If I'm in it, just do your thing. You don't have to defer to me or anything like that. Be yourself, and I think that's so important. And I think they both have done that in this process.
Last game, were you back up top watching with Danny? I know he's on the trip now.
Yeah, I was upstairs with Danny. Yeah.
With regards to that, kind of the role that you're taking, not every game obviously, but over these last couple weeks where you're up top and whatnot, some people might look at that and say, is John Tortorella maybe preparing for life after coaching? Is that a part of that for you?
No. This is Danny and I, and again against St. Louis. We spent quite a bit of time talking about and projecting how we're going to be going about our business after the season is over. Talking about personnel. That's all this is, and it's been. We've had some really good talks. There's nothing better of two hockey guys, watching a game and talking about your team, about where we're trying to go. Him giving me thoughts on players, me to him, kind of putting a ghost lineup together, projecting what next year looks like, or what the potential could look like. It's really healthy. That's all this is, and I think it's been very fruitful for both of us.
Do you envision, though, I mean, obviously, as you've been open about, you're not going to be a head coach forever. Mm-hmm. Do you envision, after you decide not to coach anymore, that you would go upstairs and work maybe in an advisory role, or are you just a coach in your mind?
I haven't even thought about anything like that. I've thought about, I'm a coach, and that's all I think about in trying to get prepared for each and every day.
Going back to last game, I mentioned about how Rocky felt like in the first two periods there were some passengers. He felt like the third was better. Is that concerning to you, that there were guys that maybe weren't fully engaged?
Yeah, I think the most important thing that we want here is, and Charlie, it happens. It's happening to a lot of teams. As each game, you get closer and closer towards the end. Is it totally there? It probably isn't for some people, but we just keep asking our players we want to finish the season the proper way, because I think we have handled the season, no matter what people think about our record and what's gone on. I think we've gone about it the right way as a hockey. I think they have gone about it as the right way. So concerning isn't the word I'm looking for. It's just trying to keep them pushing to the finish line for our season. the proper way, and those are our conversations right now.
Risto was back in the lineup. Obviously, he was kind of not quite a game time decision, but you weren't sure the morning of the game whether he was going to play.
Good to go.
He played, good to go. But more talking about from a bigger picture standpoint, he's a guy that at the start of the season you were very frustrated with.
Yeah.
You felt like he's had an upward trajectory. Do you think over the past month that upward trajectory has continued?
I think with a number of our players that I think improved tremendously. I think the past few weeks we've kind of leveled. And I don't want it to sound negative, but I think that's where we're at right now. I think one of the biggest improvements Risto made, and it was a simple one, is just his legs, just moving his legs. He's protected the pucks well, wheeled out of corners well by using his legs. So not going to say we kept on going this way. I think we've leveled out a little bit. And quite honestly, as you know where you're at and there's no prize at the end here, it happens that way sometimes. But I'll tell you, this is where I just want us to finish the last week here. I think we've handled ourselves the right way as far as our effort. Faltered a little bit the first couple of periods of the last game. Hopefully we'll answer back the right way.